Hey everybody, Brandon with Bearded CB82. So on the next installment of the Legacy series yeah, I know, been a long day, wool cap, cold outside. We're gonna go over Wiha tools. What type of Wiha tools? Well, like I said before, my brother, air compressor, was an industrial electrician. So you got the camera turned around, show you guys. Some of the best things you can have as a commercial and or industrial style electrician, and I can attest to the quality of Wiha 1000 volt flash arc rated tools. At the steel plant, excuse me, where I worked, we had the same set for doing electrical. Anytime we had to put in a new machine, those sorts of things, running live electrical, going into panels, replacing breakers. These were what we used. Anytime we had to do any main motor work on the cranes or the saws or anything like that, if there was any question about it, put on your flash gear, helmet, gloves, jacket, full 9 yards. Head to town, fix whatever the problem was, go from there. Now, these are made in Switzerland, and these are not cheap. And yes, I know I'm missing one. I'll have to keep an eyeball out for that. So it's either that or it only came with the straight two. I can't remember. It came with 3 Phillips and 3 flatheads, or just the 2. My dad has his other set. And if you're curious as to what these things might run, this whole set runs, depending on where you get it, $300 to $400. Go ahead and Google the set. It'll have all these in here individually, anywhere from I want to say $30 to $40 to $75 per plier, depending on which one you get. Some of you guys are probably out there $300 or $400. Well, if you're dealing with 6 volt, or excuse me, 600 volt Cat 3, coming out of a main switch gear, how much is your life worth? So I remember the gloves that were provided to me for doing the heavy duty or electrical, they were around $120, $130 a pair for the electrical gloves, electrical safety gloves. Heavy duty rubber with leather to go over those, and the little bitty white liners that only lasted a few times. But there you have it. I know a few of you guys are also industrial electricians. If you have experience working with Wiha, by all means put that down below. A lot of people also choose Fluke. Nothing wrong with that. Actually, I don't know if Fluke makes any or not. Off the top of my head, Klein is the one I'm thinking of. Klein makes some. Harbor Freight. You can even get a set of these guys from Harbor Freight. There again, it depends on what you plan on working on. Aviation electricians that I knew, one in particular wound up going into the CBs. In between stints of active duty, he spent a few months as because he was a aircraft mechanic in the Navy, got out, did aircraft mechanics at an airport. He would get the Harbor Freight ones just because of FAA regulations. Anytime any of these got any nicks, dings, or whatever, you're supposed to replace immediately. And this is an expensive screwdriver to replace just when somebody inspects your stuff and tells you get that replaced. This would be more of the shop level, maintenance department level, company electricians level, where they would provide you something akin to this. If you have aspirations of becoming an electrician, residential or otherwise, you're still going to want a good kit. Having a beater set is one thing, but the coating on this will work better than the old added trick of heat shrink. Now granted, heat shrink might be able to give you a nominal protection when you're working with 120, but you start getting up there, main power voltage, it's another story. The wire strippers are actually kind of the cool thing. You can set them automatically to however you want, however thin you want. Preset, so as soon as you start going, you can just go, because you're normally dealing with solid copper, not the fine stranded stuff as the pump goes off, as you would in the automotive industry. Not necessarily an automotive tech's tool, but on occasion still do deal with electrical. And this will be a minimally used set for me, but better to have it, not need it, not have it. And the fact there is sentimental value to this, these will be taken care of. Those are really sharp. So anyways, folks, just a little bitty display here. Any questions about it, any comments on them? Like I said, I know a few of you guys are industrial or commercial electricians. Feel free to put your comments down below. And other than that, remember, shop safety is just as important as firearm safety. You screw something up, somebody could die. Or if you try to tackle some high voltage stuff with some regular pliers, becoming a giant 600 volt Christmas tree light this time of year probably won't be fun. And sure, your hairdo might look cool for a little while, but probably won't feel the greatest. Anyways, y'all take care.